All right, I think that we are going to get started here. First of all, I wanted to thank everyone for registering today, for taking some time out of your morning or afternoon, or I don't know if we have anyone joining from evening time zones, but hello to everyone who's here. We're really excited to be with you today to talk about managing multiple sales channels and specifically how to use Faire in your wholesale business. So I know today we have all different types of brands with us. We have brands who maybe are already using Faire. We have brands who are new to Faire and are here to learn more. Brands of all different sizes from all different locations, and we're just really thrilled to bring our community together and share some virtual time. So I'd like to start off with some introductions. I'm going to introduce our panel and talk a little bit about Faire. So we have an exciting panel with us today. My name is Madeline and I'm on our marketing team. I'm calling in from San Francisco today, where I'm based. And I have been at Faire for about 3 years. And you know, I've just had an incredible pleasure of meeting so many brands that we've worked with over the years. And I'm just thrilled to be hosting you all today. We also have Taylor, who is on our brand partnerships team, and she is going to be talking with you today about sales channels and what to think about when adding sales channels and how to add Faire as one of your sales channels and mix it into your business. We also have Deb from our brand partnerships team. She will be talking to you all about how Faire works alongside your other sales channels. So how does it fit into your business? How do those channels interact? We also have Thomas from our brand success team, and he will be talking about how to be successful on Faire. So once you're up and running, what are the things that you want to think about for optimizing success on an e-commerce marketplace like Faire? What are the things that you should be thinking about to drive more sales? So this is our team. We're really excited to spend the next just short of an hour with you all. So just to give a little bit of context about Faire, if you're not familiar with us, our mission is to empower independent entrepreneurs. So we're founded in 2017 on the belief that the future of retail is local. And we want to enable independent retailers, independent brands like all of you, to be able to buy and sell wholesale in a really seamless way that enables you to grow and simplify your business. So we've had the pleasure of working with a lot of brands, a lot of independent retailers, and connecting those two communities to empower the independent retail space. And for those of you who are newer to Faire, just to sort of understand what our primary focus is for our retailers and for our brands. For retailers who shop with us, we want to enable them to have a one-stop shop with data-driven recommendations. We offer our retailers 60-day payment terms that Faire covers. So we want to enable retailers to be able to buy, sell through some of their product and then pay us 60 days later, but that's something that Faire covers. So we don't want our brands to have to take on that net 60. We do that on our brand's behalf. We also offer free returns on first orders to retailers, and we provide a free shipping subscription program. For brands, we want to expose and promote brands to our community of retailers. We have over 200,000 independent retailers shopping on Faire. We guarantee every payment, and that's really important to make sure that our brands are not chasing down retailers for invoices, regardless of the net terms that we offer. We guarantee payment for every single order. We also have free marketing tools and customer relationship tools. We're going to be talking about those today and how those work and how they can fit into your business. And we also have simple order and shipping management, and shipping is free for brands. So that's something that we want to, we'll touch on a little bit today as well, how ordering and shipping works on Faire. All in all, the goals are to save time, save money, and increase sales. And just again, to talk a little bit about who our retailers are, who's shopping in this channel. When when you're selling on Faire, who are you connecting with? The independent retail sector actually generates $1 trillion in annual sales, and that market sector is continuing to grow. So that's our focus with Faire. That's who we're trying to reach. And these small boutiques historically can be more challenging to reach, but they do make up a very large sales channel, actually even larger than Amazon and Walmart combined. Plus, we also know that during the COVID-19 pandemic, 86% of consumers have reported that they've opted to shop local. That's become really important to consumer communities to support their local businesses. So that's something that we are really passionate about supporting, and those are the retailers who are joining us and shopping on Faire. So just sort of to recap, the Faire Marketplace, we're connecting independent retailers with wholesale brands. We have 200,000 retailers, 20,000 brands across 70 countries. And on peak days, the marketplace processes up to $3 million in sales. So that's sort of our overview. I'm excited to pass off to the rest of our panel to cover some of our core content. We do have Rachel from Faire in the chat. So if you have questions, she'll do her best to answer as we go along. She'll be monitoring what you put into the chat. And overall, we're just really excited to have you here. So I'll be passing it off to Taylor, who's going to dive into sales channels.
Hi, everyone. I'm Taylor, really excited to be here today. I am over here in Atlanta. I saw one brand from Atlanta, so shout out to you. I lead our brand partnerships team. We have 6 incredible people on the team talking with brands like you every single day, telling them how to get live on Faire. And I'm going to be covering today what types of sales channels are out there to grow your wholesale business, what types of questions you should be asking yourself when exploring these new channels, and lastly, why Faire can be a great additional sales channel to whatever you're using. So with that being said, I would love to kick it off with a question. So please put your answers in the chat for what are your wholesale channels today? What are you using today to grow your business? And I'll read some out as I see them. Abound, amazing. Facebook, distributor, Faire, love to see it. Meet Mabel, Pod Foods, Javio, Fashion Go, sales agencies, Shopify, cold calling, Instagram, cold calling. We're hiring if you want to come work for Faire. Tasting rooms, Neiman Marcus, Shopify. Cool. These are amazing. As you can see in the chat, there are countless options for you to grow your wholesale business. Distributors, Tundra, absolutely. Shopify is a big one. Would love to go to the next slide to kind of show you some of the main ones that we hear a lot when we are talking to brands. So sales reps, whether they're internal or independent, that's a really big one. Showrooms, trade shows, we hear that quite a bit now that the world is opening up a little bit more. Online wholesale portal, print catalogs and order forms, DTC, and then last but definitely not least, online marketplaces just like Faire, which a few of you said that you already use it to grow your business, which I love to see. These are just to name a few. Obviously, looking in the chat, there are countless options to grow your business. And some of the things I'm going to talk about today is what questions you should be asking yourself when you are exploring new sales avenues and new options. So first and foremost, I think the most important question to ask yourself is, where are your direct customers discovering products just like yours? Where are they going and what types of retailers are going where? Another big question is how easily can they integrate with my business, what I'm already using? Is it going to cause a lot of chaos for me to manage multiple channels, or will they integrate into one and make it easy for me? How much data will this channel actually provide me so that way I can monitor how successful I am and I can optimize for success? A big one, and probably a really important one for you, is how and when are you paid? So who's responsible for payment processing? What happens if a customer defaults? Is that on you to go chase them, or does the channel handle that for you? Lastly, what are the fees? Who pays for shipping and payment processing? And what are the all-in costs? If you're planning to go to a trade show, what's the registration fee? What are the travel costs for me to actually get my team there along with my products? In addition to these questions for selecting new channels, there's also there are things to consider as far as how you'll manage these channels once they're live and integrated with whatever you're using. So as I said before, integrations are hugely important. Can you monitor everything within one system, or do you have to log into multiple different avenues and go multiple places to make sure that everything is aligned? Syncing your inventory across wholesale channels to make sure that you have consistency and making sure your prices are the same, your inventory is updated. Automating marketing. Are you able to communicate with these customers and these potential new relationships? Are you able to tell them why they should buy your products and engage with your customers to see how often are retailers ordering from you? Are they coming back? Are they ordering once? Monitoring analytics, again, to make sure you can optimize success for each of your channels. And then lastly, maintaining consistency. So making sure your products and your brand image is the same across wholesale channels. People know what they're getting when they come to your brand, regardless of where they're seeing you, at a trade show, on Faire, with a distributor. So with that being said, these are lots of things to consider when thinking about what sales channels make the most sense for you. And so what I'm excited to talk with you about today is how whatever you're using, Faire can be an amazing additional sales channel for you to grow your business. So first and foremost, get discovered. As Maddie said, we have over 200,000 retailers actively shopping on Faire. So brands that join, their average first year, they open 70 new accounts. So if you join your business added on Faire, you could be having 70 new relationships that are ordering from you and just continuing to grow that business and those relationships. In addition to that, you're able to manage all of your orders within one place. So no matter what you're using, we have so many integrations, which Deb is going to touch on a little bit later. But whatever you're using, we can actually make it a seamless process for you. So all of your orders are in one place. And you can also write orders from existing accounts for free, utilizing all of our tools. As I mentioned before, is one of the things you should be talking about and exploring when adding on new sales channels. How can you engage with customers using these channels? We actually centralize your customer information and give you a way to automate emails to buyers. I don't know about you, I'm a sucker for marketing emails. I tend to always click on them and go to them. We give you a platform to reach your retailers, whether you want to just like talk about your brand, your story, your values, what you stand for, or if you want to run a special, we give you the tools to do that. And again, get paid. So Faire actually guarantees payment while covering the processing and shipping fees, plus any costs associated with verifying these retailers that are shopping on Faire, underwriting, returns, cancellations, and defaults, basically giving you a risk-free way to try to grow your business on Faire. So with that, you're probably asking, well, how does this work? What does the payment look like? Definitely great question. So as I said, we guarantee payment, and how that works is we offer net 30 terms. So regardless of when retailers place the order and pay Faire, you will get paid in 30 days. You can also opt in for a next day payment for a small 3% fee. I will say most of our brands do the net 30 terms, but it's totally up to you and personal preference. So how do you get started? We give brands a risk-free way to try Faire. So there's no contracts and there's no sign-up fees. Really, this is us standing by Faire saying, we know that once you join, you'll have a really good experience and you'll love the business that you're getting. So what this looks like on the commission side of things, when we bring you a new retailer that you've never worked with before, there will be a 25% commission on that opening order. On any reorders with that same retailer, there will be a 15% commission. You're probably looking at the 0% Faire Direct commission and saying, how do I get that? Deborah's going to talk a little bit more about that, but we have lots of ways for you to adopt Faire Direct to take advantage of as many 0% commissions as possible, while you and your retailers can still take advantage of all of the wonderful tools that Faire has to offer. So to recap, some of the things that hopefully you got from this is, one, there are countless sales channels for you to grow your business. Not only the ones we covered, but even scrolling through the chat, you're probably writing notes of like, let me look into that and see what that's all about. Also, important things to note when you are selecting and managing channels, you want to consider prioritizing integrations. How will this make my workflow different? Will it be easier? Will it be more complicated? Analytics, how will I be able to measure success of this new channel? And last but not least, automations. Can you automate your marketing? Can you touch base and engage with your customers? Joining Faire can really increase your exposure to independent retailers across the world and really help you simplify channel management with all of the incredible tools that we have. So I'm really excited to pass it off to Deborah to talk to you a little bit about, great, I'm sold on Faire, hopefully. How do I actually integrate it into the channels that I already have, and how easy will it be for me? So Deb, the floor is yours.
Hi, everyone. I am Deb. I'm also calling in from the Atlanta team, where I work on brand partnerships with Taylor, really focused on getting brands like yours onto Faire and integrated seamlessly with your business. So I've been at the company since the beginning of the year and super excited to walk you through how Faire works alongside your other channels today. So let's first check in. We have a quick poll for you guys. We're looking to understand, do you understand how to successfully use Faire with your other channels? So go ahead and take a few moments. There should be a poll that popped up on your screen. If you can just select your answer, multiple choice. Give you a few moments for that. Awesome. All right. So looks like we have about 30% of no, I don't understand, or I have a little bit of understanding or moderate understanding. So excited to dive in today and hopefully get you guys to a place of excellent understanding. Awesome. So we're going to talk about 3 ways that we can help you integrate with your current business. So focusing number 1 on integrations, number 2 on sales rep links, and then number 3, our real pride and joy, Faire Direct. We can dive right into integrations. So you guys all, as we've been seeing, have very diverse businesses with unique needs and likely use a variety of platforms and tools already. One of the most commonly used platforms we come across is Shopify. And because our goal really is to simplify wholesale for you, we built an in-house integration for Shopify. So you can seamlessly sync your orders and inventory and import your products over to Faire with the flip of a switch in your Faire brand portal. So that really makes it super simple for you. But also we know that not everybody uses Shopify. So we have a couple of fantastic middleware partners who are able to build custom integrations for your needs. So if you're using it, we've probably already integrated with it. You can see a couple here: ShipStation, QuickBooks, BigCommerce. We've come across a lot of different options here. And it really all just comes back to our mission to help you simplify your wholesale business, reduce hassle, and give you time back to focus on the areas of your business that you really love. So aside from simplifying your wholesale, we're also here to help you unlock incremental growth. We really respect the warm touch of sales reps and understand the value that they bring to your business if you're working with them today. We're really here to support and work alongside them. And that's why we build out custom Faire links for each of your sales reps. So reps can use these links to give customers the signature, simple and easy ordering experience that Faire delivers. They'll each get their own URL. So it'll be your brand name.faire.com/Deborah or whoever your sales rep is. And that way orders that come through those links you never pay a commission on. They're included in our Faire Direct program. And you're able to track and pay out your reps as you normally do today. And then moving on, our creme de la creme, the best tool I think we offer in our wheelhouse is Faire Direct. So you can use Faire Direct to serve all your customers, regardless of their initial source, without any conflict at 0% commission. So once you onboard to Faire, you'll get your own brand unique URL, which we call the Faire Direct link, and then you can share that out with your current and prospective customers. We make it really easy to use your Faire Direct link. So you simply upload your contacts into Faire, and you can send out emails to your customer list. We even provide you with email templates to do so. So it's all quite seamless, pretty low lift on your part. And then you can track who's ordering and who's eligible for special new to Faire benefits. The overall benefits of Faire Direct are very vast. Through Faire Direct, you can host all your orders, regardless of their origin, in one place, simplifying your fulfillment and order management processes. So you'll never pay a commission on Faire Direct orders, which means you never have to worry about commission stacking, and you can utilize all our Faire benefits with absolutely zero cost. These benefits include offering net 60 terms and free returns to your retailers on Faire's dime, like Taylor mentioned earlier. And if it wasn't already too good to be true, retailers new to Faire will also receive $100 off your shop and free shipping with you for a year. So it's really just an awesome tool all around to acquire new customers, win back some of your churned accounts, and really accelerate your growth without any cost on your end. So then to take it one step further, you can even send invoices through Faire. With our invoicing tool, you're able to write and send orders, even if that retailer is not on Faire. We'll still take care of the invoicing, guarantee the payment, and orders remain streamlined in your Faire brand portal, so you can see all your sales in one place. So recapping all of that, you can integrate Faire with the software you use in your business today to seamlessly connect all your channels. Your sales reps can also utilize Faire to take orders and make it easy to track who's driving sales where. And then Faire Direct helps you to take orders from customers from any other sales channel, and you're never charged a commission on those orders. So now I'm going to pass it off to Thomas, and he's going to chat you through optimizing for success on Faire.
Awesome. So again, hi everyone, I'm Thomas. I'm a brand success manager on Faire, calling in from Austin, Texas. I saw a number of the food and bev brands that I work with are tuned in today. So it's awesome to see all of you guys and great to see everyone else. But now that Deborah has gone over how best to use Faire alongside your other wholesale channels, I wanted to chat a little bit about some general best practices for using Faire as an e-commerce solution, which I know is a newer method for wholesale. So on Faire, your sales are going to be equal to the amount of traffic you get to your page and the percentage of that traffic that you convert into orders. So the first thing that we typically focus on the next slide with brands is helping increase their conversion rate. So we focus here first for new brands, because if you're converting traffic into orders when you start on Faire, then you're going to receive higher placement when it comes to search and ranking. And that's what helps build momentum for your brand. Second, if you aren't converting traffic into orders, then your best practices for driving more traffic become a little less meaningful. So with that, we'll start with just optimizing your shop page to convert orders. So we've done a lot of analysis over the past year around what makes a good shop and have uncovered a number of common themes. One, lower lead times help increase conversion rate. So retailers, similar to us as consumers, tend to like faster ship times as long as they're reliable and accurate. In 1 to 3 days is the optimal lead time on Faire if possible. Two, having a complete catalog is key for having a good conversion rate. as buyers don't want to land on your page looking for a product that they know you have and not be able to find it. Also, if you have more SKUs on Faire, you typically have more opportunities to be found in the marketplace. 3, we see that minimums are one of the clearest levers for increasing conversion rate. If your minimums are above the category average, it's going to hurt your conversion rate, as the types of shoppers that are on Faire typically prefer lower minimums. And with that, we typically recommend minimums of $250 or less. And lastly, for your shop page, as selling becomes a little bit more virtual, adding things like brand videos to your page can help you share your story with potential buyers and build that important connection with them to hopefully convert that first order, obviously, but also to get those buyers to continually come back and reorder because of that connection that you build. So next slide, just moving on to product-specific merchandising tips for e-commerce. There are a number of things you can do as a brand to make your products attractive to retailers online. First, photography is super important, as this is what's going to grab the attention of the retailer and give them that touch and feel aspect of your product. And with that, we see higher conversion on products that have high resolution images. You have multiple photos, you include lifestyle images, you include photos with the product outside of the packaging, if there's packaging, and those photos are super important. Second, creating collections. So collections are basically just like a branded order that you guys can create. The most popular ones are things like variety packs, bestsellers, but right now, things like seasonal trends or anything else, holiday collections are really popular as we're going into the fall and winter. And then they also help conversion, as buyers just have to click once to order a variety of your products instead of having to go into each product and click through to order. So just think of them as bundles. Next, making sure to arrange your products in a strategic way can ensure that retailers are captivated when they land on your page and have an understanding of all the products you sell. Some examples include putting those best sellers or those new products at the top of your page, or grouping those similar items together to make it easier for buyers to see the variety of products that you sell. And lastly, continuing to update your catalog frequently, especially if you're a brand that makes a lot of new products. Adding those new products keeps your page fresh, keeps buyers coming back to your page for more. And Faire makes adding those new products really quick and seamless with our new bulk uploader. And I saw some questions in the chat just around some like photography best practices. We actually do in the Help Center have a kind of walkthrough of some best practices for photography with a bunch of good examples of different backgrounds, etc. So we can share that in the chat or as a follow-up. Moving on to just increasing traffic. So everything that we just covered were best practices to help increase that conversion side of the wholesale e-commerce equation. Moving on in our sales equation to how to increase traffic, Faire has a set of tools as well as a dedicated team, which I'm a part of, to help you drive more traffic to your page on Faire. So getting started with driving traffic on the next slide, it's important to note that on the retailer side, Faire is recommending your brand to retailers who are most likely to buy your line based on personalized data-driven marketing and search results. And with that, it's important when you're setting up your page to select appropriate tags, attributes, brand values. We have a ton of them. Some of them include like woman-owned, made in the USA, eco-friendly, organic. And these are all ways that retailers will really shop. And you want to make sure you're tagged in those filters to make sure you're being discovered as often as possible. Next, it's important to list products with just clear and accurate titles and descriptions. So that when buyers are searching for your product, we're using those titles and descriptions to help show the most relevant products. So you want to have really clear and accurate titles and descriptions. And lastly, making sure to just provide a good retailer experience through good, timely customer service, shipping on time, lower lead times, and all of that will ensure that Faire continues to surface you to buyers as they shop new products. Awesome. So next slide, beyond just getting traffic to your page via Faire's data-driven methodologies, there's also a number of proactive things that brands can do to drive traffic using Faire's marketing tools. One of the major methods that brands use to drive traffic is just running promotions. So promotions drive traffic as they typically get higher click-through, and they give you an extra surface area on the marketplace for visibility, as there's a promotions page that buyers can shop with all the promotions on Faire. We've also built out email functionality and a customer management tool within Faire to keep track of the buyers that you get on Faire and to reach out to them to drive reorders. So one feature, automations, helps brands drive for reorders by automatically sending reminders to buyers to reorder after 60 days. And lastly, in what Deborah covered, we have a full email marketing system that brands use to convert existing customers, convert leads, and churned accounts into traffic and sales using that Faire Direct link. So just to finish, success on Faire, hopefully this was helpful, and just success on online wholesale in general is a result of the traffic that you drive and the conversion that you have on that traffic. On Faire, we have a number of tools and strategies that can help maximize both traffic and conversion to get you the most sales possible. And we even have an entire dedicated team that is charged with helping you guys as brands leverage those tools to drive more sales on Faire. So with that, I'd love to send out our last poll just to get a sense of how well you all now understand how to use Faire with your other wholesale channels. And I'll give that a couple seconds here. Awesome. We should see the results here. Awesome. This is what you love to see. Definitely a improvement just from the beginning to the end of the webinar. And with that, there's still more that we can provide. I will pass it back to Maddie to talk through just additional resources and feedback for everyone here to continue kind of working through how you're going to use these different channels to optimize your wholesale.
All right. So I am excited to have listened to all of that great content. I learned so much personally. I think our team is just so knowledgeable. And I am so glad that everyone had a chance to join and tune in. I wanted to close by sharing some additional resources and also share ways that you can give us feedback about what you learned today and share anything else that you'd like us to know. So first off, some of the places that you can tune into to learn more about Faire. One is that we have a blog for brands. It's called The Studio. And Rachel will drop in the link specifically so that you can easily access the blog. But on our blog, we like to feature stories from our community, talk about business management advice. So a lot of the types of topics that we touched on today, but even broader and touching on all different elements of your business. We also, particularly during the ongoing pandemic, have addressed, how different things that you should be paying attention to in your business as times and practices are changing. We also publish stories on industry insights. So what's going on in wholesale, what's going on in retail, what is it that you that you need to know to stay on top of trends, and then also news from Faire. So things that are going on in our business. We also have a podcast called Brick and Order that we launched last year. And this is a podcast featuring interviews from with brands and retailers in our community. So stories from brands like you, and as well as our retailers about their experiences in their business, how they've grown their business, and different ways that different tactics that they've used to grow. And you can access Brick and Order wherever you listen to podcasts, Apple, Spotify, Stitcher. You can find it on all of those channels. And then finally, we have our help center. So we have a guide with all of Faire's policies and features, and that's something that we encourage you to take a look at. And if you have questions about particular elements of Faire, you can search. I know that we've we've shared some links to our help center in the chat already, and so we hope that you can find some more information in that help center as well. Also, feedback. We love feedback. We are very much a feedback driven company, and we like to hear from our customers and understand what was helpful in this webinar and what you might want to learn more about next time. We are going to share the link to the survey in the chat, and we'll also be emailing it to you following the webinar. So you'll have an opportunity to get it regardless, but we would really love to hear, what you loved and where we can improve and what you'd like to learn about next time. We also will be emailing the content of this webinar. It takes a day or two for us to process the video, but we will be sharing that out to everyone so that you have an option to review the deck, review all the content that we shared, and even watch it back if you'd like. And then finally, if you are new to Faire, we would like to invite you to start selling with us. So everyone who received an invitation to today's webinar is pre-approved to join. So you can go over to our application and drop in your information, and we would love to have you add Faire to one of your sales channels and start learning more about how it can help you grow your business. And with that, we'll actually end a couple minutes early, give you 3 minutes of your day back, and we just really thank you for joining us. We really treasure the opportunity to connect with our customers, particularly in a time when we're not able to see folks in person. And so thank you for joining. We'll be doing more webinars like this, and so keep an eye out for future dates and topics. And again, I encourage everyone to fill out that survey and let us know what worked and what we can do next time. Thank you, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wonderful weekend, and thanks for joining.